Happy Friday. I'm back with another Friday 45. Thanks for all the discussion on last week's Friday's 45. We're going to move on to this week's 45. And you ever sit back and think about, what's one of those first songs you remember as growing up? What's the very first song you might have heard on the radio and things like that? Well, after some discussion with my wife, and I've come to the conclusion, I think one of my earliest memories is a song by Glenn Campbell, and it is Rhinestone Cowboy. And that's the 45 we're going to talk a little bit about today. The song was not actually written by him. It was written by a guy named Larry Weiss, I believe. I don't know exactly how to pronounce his name, but it was written in 1974. It wasn't a hit for him. It wasn't in Australia, which coincidentally, Glenn Campbell was in Australia touring and ran across Larry's version and liked it so much, went back to his label and talked to his A&R guy, and the A&R guy's like, I heard it too, and they thought it was serendipity because they both thought it would be a great song to record. So in 1975, Rhinestone Cowboys recorded. It's released in May, and by the end of the summer, it's hitting #1. Just a great song, great lyrics, but not a better guy to sing it, in my opinion, and make it a hit. Glenn Campbell, man, if you've ever looked up his bio, he came from pretty much nothing. I mean, he grew up picking cotton. I think he said that he'd have to pick 100 pounds of cotton to make $1.25, and you're lucky if you could get 90 in a day, is what he said. So he grew up pretty poor. His dad bought him like a $5 Sears guitar when he was 4 years old, and his uncle started teaching him, some things on it, a little bit on it. Throughout the years, he goes to Texas, and then he gets older. In the 50s, he's singing in honky tonks with his guitar, and it leads him actually to L.A. And he gets a job with writing, and he does singing demos, and the next thing you know, he's playing guitar for the Wrecking Crew. And boy, did he play guitar for the Wrecking Crew. Let me tell you, 586. I know by 1963 he was on over 586 different songs and versions and things like that of artist work. We're talking Frank Sinatra, we're talking all the Rat Pack, we're talking the Monkees, and we're talking the Beach Boys. Yeah, he actually helped with Pet Sounds, and actually when Brian Wilson decided he didn't want to go on tour with the Beach Boys, who replaced him in 64 and 65? Glenn Campbell. So Glenn Campbell, man, what a successful guy. And here's what's crazy about it. He didn't even know how to read music. So this guy's doing this stuff from just memory and sounds. Just amazing. So he definitely, when this song came along, he hit it out of the park. And he's got other great songs, Gentle on My Mind. Love those songs, but this one, solid, hit it out of the park. When we're talking about rhinestones a little bit, I dug into that a little bit, and there's a guy named Nudie Cohn. If you don't know much about Nudie Cohn, I wondered, where did the whole rhinestone idea come from to put on these cowboy suits and things like that? Well, Nudie Cohn popularized it, and it's been going on for hundreds of years in different cultures. Nudie Cohn came from the Ukraine, and he came over and brought his talent as a tailor, and he ends up in Hollywood. And smart enough, he starts getting these customers come in who are country western singers, and buying you looking to buy some rhinestone suits and other costumes, and he gives Porter Wagner his suit. He gives it to him. He says, he's smart enough to know Porter Wagner's going to put his name out. He's on television. He's going to be putting his name out, and then that's exactly what happened. If you look at Elton John, he's got some nudie suits. He's the Flying Burrito Brothers, and even Elvis wore one of his suits on one of his album covers. So Nudie Cohn is definitely, when you think of rhinestones, you better think of him, because he tons of people have worn his suits. And I think they did an interview with, or they looked into Porter Wagner's collection. He had 52 nudie suits from Nudie Cohn. And each suit, it was priced anywhere from $11,000 to $18,000. It's a lot of money, a lot of rhinestones for sure. But I just wanted to reach out to you guys this week and just go with a simple one. Rhinestone Cowboy. What memory comes back when you hear this song? I know my first memory is in the back of the car, hearing it on the radio and singing that chorus. I hope you have a great Friday. Be safe, and I'll see you on the flip side.